What can I expect to happen once I've actually filed for bankruptcy? Attorney Paul Mirabelli explains. Once a client files for bankruptcy, the court will generate a notice that will be sent to all of their creditors informing them of the bankruptcy. I will receive a copy of the notice, as will the client. Next, I typically send a letter to the client informing them of when the meeting of creditors will take place. This meeting is really just a meeting with the trustee, since very few creditors ever show up. Once a creditor learns that a debtor has filed for bankruptcy, they know they are not going to get paid, so they do not waste their time attending this meeting. Once creditors receive notice of the bankruptcy, they must stop all collection proceedings and efforts. If the client filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, then they will meet with the trustee, and the trustee will determine whether or not there are any assets that have non-exempt equity. If there are, then that equity will be used to pay the trustee. If there are no assets, then the case will be considered a no-asset case, which is very common with Chapter 7 bankruptcy. The client will need to complete a second financial course on personal management before their debt can be discharged. The meeting of creditors usually takes place about 30 days after filing, and discharge of all debts usually occurs about 60 days after the meeting. If the client filed for Chapter 13 bankruptcy, then they will meet with the trustee, and the trustee will review the Chapter 13 repayment plan to ensure that the client has an income sufficient to make the payments and still pay for monthly living expenses. In some cases, a trustee might request additional information, but it will usually be clear after the first meeting whether there are any non-exempt assets. After 3 to 5 years of making payments in accordance with the Chapter 13 repayment plan, the client's debts will be discharged. Once the discharge has occurred, the client will have a document stating that they no longer have to make payments on the debts associated with the Chapter 13 bankruptcy. As a trusted bankruptcy lawyer, family lawyer, and divorce lawyer, Paul is here for all your legal needs. Your case gets our complete attention at every stage, and we work diligently to help you get the positive outcome you deserve. Call today for a free consultation or visit our website at www.paulmirabellilaw.com.